Good day, YouTube land. So, Classic Industries does sell this fiberglass bumper, and it just doesn't come built correctly. So, fiberglass on fiberglass, easy enough. Build it out even with the metal. This metal, it's got to touch it there. It's drying right now, but everything should be flush, and I'm gonna sand it down here just to match it up with the metal, match it up fiberglass with the metal, sand it down, and then I got a blade, a thin blade, so we get a good body gap between here. I'm gonna take that thin blade and just cut that fiberglass loose from the metal, and it'll be real nice. Yeah, and here I gotta see that mount right there. It's all sticking out. This has got to mount to that hole, and yeah, it's bent out or bent in a ½ inch. The top was okay. I can't even bolt the bottom one without probably breaking or fracturing it. By drawing it in, it'd create a fracture there. So same thing on this side. Top went in good, and the bottom is nice and good. This one fit pretty close. I just had to do a little bit of work to get it flat, flush. I'll take the blade through here and get a good gap when we're all done. And fiberglass to metal everywhere should be flush all the way around. And this is on the project to-do list tomorrow, is to bring this up. This doggone shadows. This needs to be up level with that metal. I don't know why they cut it down. So I gotta bring this whole strip up. And on the other side, this is okay. On this other side, bring it all the way up. See how they cut it down right there? And they shouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe a different application. Here's my idea to get the body gap right. I don't have a jigsaw, but I'm going to try to clamp with vice grips. I'm going to put two of them together so that the width, two of them together will be about the size of a brake line. That'll give us a good gap. So if I have to, I'll take a sawzall and run the sawzall up from the bottom up, and then the back in, and then that little curve right there, I'll do that with the vice grips and those two blades. But yeah, while I'm detailing it all in, it's got this little, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got this little, so I gotta keep that, right there. But yeah, should have it done by tomorrow, and then I can take it off and put the bumper in there, reassemble it with the bumper, and make sure everything is fitting right. Put this tail light in there and size it up correctly so that it meets this curve right here. And just while I'm thinking about it, let me show you. They're both 78s, but that one's been modified. This one's not. Here's your rear bumper. The jack coming off the rear bumper, that's how it's fastened. And the bumper I took off of the other car, that's how the jack support thing is mounted. So, and another thing to point out is see how flat it is. Flat along the back, it's totally flat. Whereas this one, at first I thought I was in a wreck and it was pushed in. Can you see how that's bent out? The bumper, it's bent out on both sides exactly the same. So that's an interesting little difference. So just hope that other one fits right. I got the foam. The reason I cut that bumper off of there is because I got the foam off of there to go into this bumper, so it'll mount correctly. It's already in there. Give you an upside down shot. So the foam is in there. I'll just put that bumper in there, mount it to those 4 bolts there, and just make sure everything fits right. That fiberglass goes on real nice. Just took a layer or 2 over here. I think the right thing to do also after fiberglass is to put Bondo on it, the good old body filler, to smooth it out, because I'm learning fiberglass, little pinholes in it, all those little white dots are air bubbles. And I knew that putting it on, so I was patting it real good with the paintbrush to get them out of there. I put on about 8 layers, 1 bucket at a time. So 1 brush, 1 application, all these. So it took a little bit, but I got it sanded down. Feels pretty good. It's smooth. All these are smooth, and I try to get it smooth right there. This is where the fin comes down, and it'll stop right there. I'm kind of having second thoughts about this. I might just leave it because they got it cut so nice. And fiberglass isn't as forgiving. It's not as malleable as I thought it might be. Formable. It's just not where Bondo is. So I might do that with Bondo and just follow that gap around. So I'm getting ready to call it good. And of course, in hindsight, I'm thinking I should have cut it back a little bit deeper so that when I put the body fill on top of it, it won't be, too pronounced. So, yeah, I might sand it down a little bit more. I might have to hit this whole thing with a little bit of Bondo, because, yeah, that can't be, I don't know if primer will cover that up or, but it's just not the quality I thought I was getting. I thought it was going to be final product. Sand that off. Get that all looking a little smoother in there. So, yeah, I think it's time to, I might hit it with the sander one more time and then cut it loose from the metal. Cut that loose and then take the bumper back off and do something. Alright, I got the fiberglass all cut off. Looks like we're not in focus. Alright, got the fiberglass all cut free from the metal, and I like that gap. I thought you have to double them blades up, but no, I just used one to get around the corner. The Sawzall got me, through the 2 straight parts, and then jigsaws are more expensive than I thought, so I just got a jigsaw blade and went around that corner. But I like that body line that it left. So let's fine tune it and then take it off with the real bumper in there and make sure it's all gonna seat up right. Put the tail light in. This is the wrong tail panel, so I had to cut these big old holes to make room for these big long studs there. But yeah, dry fit, put it together, take it apart.